Hey guys, it's coffee time. And since you all demanded it, I'm wearing the yellow contacts. They're not the same as the ones that I was wearing in the picture that I put on Twitter because I bought two different pairs. I have astigmatism in both of my eyes, which I've told you before, but just to reiterate, I have astigmatism in both of my eyes, so sometimes contacts don't fit them correctly. But for those of you who do have astigmatism and hesitate when you might be buying contacts, I've had the most luck on 4Eyes, the website. I found the most pairs of contacts that actually fit my eyes and don't hurt. For those of you who have never worn contacts before, here are some of the concerns. When you put in contacts, the edges will sometimes itch. That's usually a bad sign. It usually means it's not fitting to your eye correctly. Also, sometimes you have almost a fogginess around the outside of your eye because the edges of the contact are a little off. So, like with these ones, there's a slight fuzziness, but there's no discomfort at all. So I'm like, all right, I can deal with that. Like these are pretty nice. I like them. I like the way they look, and they feel comfortable. Those are all good signs, even if you have a little bit of the blurriness. Bad signs are it won't stick to your eye, and means it is completely wrong shape for your eye. It won't stick to your eye, so it keeps like falling out. If you blink and you can feel it moving, no, 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 no. And if the outside edges hurt really bad, it's no good. It's no good. And sometimes your eyes can get used to it. Sometimes the outside itching will go away after you've worn them for like a few minutes. Ow. But more often than not, those are all like bad signs. So if you have astigmatism, which changes the shape of your eye, and it sucks to have astigmatism, but if you do have it and you've had trouble finding contacts, I would say try 4Eyes. Fortunately for me, I get to write them off because I always use them for projects. So for me, I'm able to say, all right, I'm just going to buy two different pairs from two different companies, and that way one of them will probably work. And in this case, I'm so glad that I didn't just get the other pair, the Navi Avatar pair, because those ones don't feel as comfortable as these ones do. So I can link you guys to where these ones are, like which ones these are, because I still have my receipt and everything. Look, I can find them. Girl, I'll hook you up. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, I'm starting an awful collection of contact lenses, and I love them. I love them so much. They're just wonderful. But like, it gets to a point where you're like, where am I going to put all of these? And you have to start labeling them because you forget which cases are holding which ones. I'm like, okay, right now I know the weird pink case. Oh, hi phone. The weird pink case has my dark red ones. The blank case that has a big R on them has the blue ones in them. The blue case has the Navi lenses, and then the last case will have these lenses. I'm like, oh man. I did tell you I got rid of the gold ones. Yeah, I told you that. So, good times. Good times. Good days and things. I also, okay, this was one of the things that I wanted to mention on the last video, and when I was like, I can't remember anything that I wanted to say. So, I have a reason to get a binder, and I'm so excited, and I think there are very few people who are going to watch this that will understand why I'm excited about it. So a binder, it's not like a trapper keeper. What do you want, phone? Hold on. A binder is something that you wear that makes you flat-chested. So if you ever wanted to cosplay as a boy, but you got boobies, you can get rid of them, right? So I have a reason to finally get one for a project. I'm so excited because I've wanted one forever. I've been so curious to know. It's like, is it like wearing a corset? Is it like a more comfortable corset? Can you breathe? Are there breathing problems? Does it restrict you? Is it weird to wear? Can you still bend over? I want to know all of these. I want to know all the answers to all of these questions, because some of them are like, when you look them up, they say things like, oh, you know, extreme movability and breathing, like it doesn't restrict you and blah, blah, blah. But it's still like, it's crushing all this, right? So I'm like, where does it go? Like I'm fortunate in that I don't have much, so it won't be hard for a binder to get rid of them. But I'm like, but what if, like, if you've got, you know, if you're packing more, is it hard to breathe? I want to know. I want to know these things. But yeah, so I'm like looking into binders now. There's so many different kinds, and some of them look more like corsets, really. But I don't want one with like boning. Nah, man. I just want one of the ones that's like all fabric and happiness and breathing and whatnot. And they're just like clip, 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 clip. And it's like, oh hey, your boobs are gone. I'm like, oh, that's great. It's gonna be fun. It's so fun. It's like, it's along the exact same lines as, Dodger, why do you keep buying contact lenses? Because they're fun. Like, I love all of that stuff. I'm like this person who was meant to be cosplaying for so long and hasn't ever really done it. I'm just like, no, I won't actually dress up as things. I'm just going to get all of the elements to be able to dress up as things and then wear them on days when it makes no sense. That's my life right now. But I get the feeling that I'm very close to hitting this wall where I'm going to be like, I haven't made a costume in so long. Why not just make it for myself, you know? And that'll be fun. That'll be really fun to do. But I haven't sewn in forever. I need to start slow. That's what I'm saying. And Angie said that she would help me if I ever wanted to make something. If I had any questions, I can always call her up and be like, hi, I can't figure out how to do this one. She'll be like, oh, let me help you out. Because again, I was all props, right? I made horns for people. I made wings for people. I made weapons. I made puppets. I didn't sew very much. I know how to sew. I know how to take care of my machine. I know how to thread my machine. I know how to sew easy things, but I don't know how to do like interesting, cool things. So I'm like, oh, I need to learn. So it's gonna be happening. But for today, look, back up, guys. As of today, made news this morning because last night, every now and then I was refreshing all of my different article sites to see, is there going to be something, just anything that I want to talk about? And it never happened, honestly. There was never anything that really caught my eye that was really interesting to me. It's like, fine life. I don't care. So I let it go for a while. Like there was nothing that I wanted to talk about. And then I wound up talking to my mom for a really long time. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to do news tomorrow because it's not going to happen. So I made news this morning entirely in my kigurumi, which is behind me on the bed. Because I woke up and I was like, all right, I got to make news. And I was like, I'm tired. I'm going to make coffee first. And then I made coffee and then I was like, my kigurumi just came out of the laundry. So I put on the kigurumi and I was like, yep, this is how news is going to happen today. Just like sipping coffee in the kigurumi, doing my life, whatever. So, yeah. And then around like 3 or 4 o'clock, I'm going to be hanging out with Courtney and we're going to spend lots of time together because I haven't really hung out with Courtney in a while because she and I have both just been doing completely different things. So it's nice because there are always those friends, like Satine and I are like that, where we're just like, we won't see each other forever. And then when we finally hang out, we're like, it's like no time passed, you know? People always talk about that. Like, I love those friends where you can spend a lot of time apart. And when you get back together, it's like you never lost any time. You're able to just get along perfectly and get each other's humor and blah, blah, blah. Courtney's like that. Courtney and I always spend like decent amounts of time where we just don't, like, we'll see each other, but we won't really hang out. And then once we finally do hang out, we're just have a great time. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun thing. And I mean, that's going to be the rest of my day. I suggested going to the dine-in theater, and she was like, that menu is lacking. And I was like, fine. But we might go see a movie anyway. I'm not sure what movie. But not the dine-in theater, because dine-in is more expensive because they have like little fancy waiters who come to you and are like, hello, would you like dessert? And I'm like, I would love dessert. That's exactly what it's like to go to a dine-in cinema. I don't know if you knew. Yep. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do with the rest of my day. But I hope that you guys had a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye! Mwah!